From having a boring fighting style and personality, Colby Covington has metamorphosed into an entertainer with one of the most controversial personalities. When exactly did Chaos realize that he needed to shake things up a bit? How did he become an entertainer? Well, stay tuned and keep on watching to find out the most outrageous Colby Covington moments. It takes more than just being a really good fighter to stay in the UFC. Nowadays, you have to be an entertainer as well, and talking shit is entertaining. This is the reason why Covington had to start putting up a great show. Colby Covington's career changed in 2017 when the promotion threatened to release him after the fight with Damian Maia in Sao Paulo. It was at this point that Chaos knew that something had to change, otherwise he would get cut. Covington met with Maia on his home soil of Brazil and defeated him, but that was not the highlight of the event. The most outrageous moment that saved his career was when Covington took the mic amidst the boos and chants from the audience and shouted,
"I should have knocked him out! Brazil, you're a dog! All you filthy animals suck! I got one thing to say! Tyrell Woodley, I'm coming for you! If you don't answer the front door, I'm gonna knock it in and I'm gonna take what's mine! That welterweight belt!"
The "all you filthy animals" line stuck and established Covington as a bad guy in the UFC. However, there was one question on the lips of everybody, and most people wanted to know if this new heel was indeed his character. Covington later revealed prior to his bout with the champion Kamaru Usman in 2019 that he now understood the entertainment aspect of the business. Covington noted that he only got his job back when his promo on Brazil went viral on the internet. This is what made the UFC re-sign him. Covington rejected the notion that it was all an act. "I'm not playing a character, I'm just being real." Covington explained at the UFC 245 media, "I think they don't know what they're talking about. I think I'm just turning it up to 11. I'm not afraid to speak my mind and say what I really think inside. Before, I was keeping those thoughts in because I was worried about how people would judge me, how the media would react, and how the UFC would judge me for it. Now I don't give a shit. I could care less what they think of me because at the end of the day, I'm what's good for this sport and I'm making money for this company." There are no dull moments with Covington on the microphone. All of his interviews and press conferences are epic, and his interaction at the UFC 245 athlete panel featuring Alexander Volkanovski and Jermaine de Randamie was simply hilarious, with him holding a book triggered by Donald Trump Jr. The banter with Alexander Volkanovski in particular was very funny. The Great is a unique fighter with whom Covington did not give a nickname. The attitude of Chaos on the mic has attracted a huge fan base to him, coupled with his performances inside the octagon. Covington is arguably one of the best welterweights in MMA. The UFC 268 pre-fight press conference was chaotic to say the least, as the two arch-rivals Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington wasted no time in getting into each other's head by talking smack back and forth.
Hey, Marty, is your daddy the jailbird coming on Saturday night? I gotta hook up with law enforcement. If you want me to call his parole officer, I'll make sure he can come on Saturday night. You want me to make sure?
Yes.
Damn artist, man, I feel so bad for Miss Usman.
Could you please do that?
Think about that. She's got a cheating ass son and she's got a scammer ass husband. That must be shitty in that household.
Instead of taking the bait, Usman smiled it off and responded,
"Oh, thank you. Could you please make that phone call? Please, I need him here to watch you get your face broken this time."
Now, to fully understand this interaction between the rivals, you have to know a little about Usman's background. Usman's father, Mohammed, used to be the owner of an ambulance company. He served 10 years of a 15-year sentence in Texas jail after he was arrested in 2009 and charged with 14 counts of healthcare fraud for knowingly submitting false claims. Usman remained calm all throughout the conference despite Covington's personal jabs. At the end of the day, the Nigerian Nightmare had the last laugh inside the octagon by defeating Covington. Every one of his opponents or the fighters that have had an encounter with him have been given nicknames by Covington. Some of these nicknames include Marty Fake Newsman, Kamaru Snoozman, CEO of EPO, Nebraska Nightmare, Tyquil Woodley, Journeyman Jorge, Street Judas, Leon Scott, Edward Scissorhands, Wonder Girl Thompson, Choir Boy, Wonder Bread, Uncle Fester, Stockton Soy Boy, Kamshak Kemaev, The Booby Woman, Horseface, Conman, Drunk Irish Major, Irish Little Leprechaun, and Mick Goober. How many of these fighters do you recognize? Another notable fact about Colby Covington is his entrance music. Chaos used a song by the WWE legend Kurt Angle as he made his way into the octagon for his fight with Robbie Lawler in 2019. This music invites fans to shout "You suck," and Covington loved it. According to Ariel Helwani, Covington has reached out through a friend to Kurt Angle, a former WWE champion who previously used the song while he was an active wrestler. The theme song is popular because it makes fans chant "You suck" in the middle of it. The rivalry between Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington is also an interesting one that has birthed some outrageous moments in Covington's fight career. The pair used to be very good friends before their relationship turned sour. The two welterweights trained together at the American Top Team in Florida. In fact, they were even roommates at a particular stage before Covington left the gym. Covington and Masvidal share identical records of losing to Kamaru Usman. To settle their differences, they both met at the UFC 272 in March, and while speaking with MMA Junkie, Gamebred claimed that,
I would see signs, the way he treat his family, the way he talk about his sister, the way he talk about his mom. I was like,
Masvidal said that he could no longer take it when Covington allegedly failed to pay coach Mike Brown. To Masvidal, this was a sign of betrayal. Masvidal went on to say that,
I was already like, let me start separating myself from this guy little by little, and then bam, before I could even fully, he betrayed my coach, didn't pay him the money that was agreed upon, and I knew since then, I'm gonna hurt this guy.
Covington officially parted ways with the American Top Team in 2020 after multiple rifts with the gym's main team members like Jorge Masvidal and Dustin Poirier. Chaos, who joined the team in 2011, said he had to leave to reduce the tension at the gym for the owner Dan Lambert, who always had to intervene. It just became too drama-filled and too negative energy-filled, Covington told MMA Junkie. Every time I was walking in for training camps, I could feel the jealousy. I could feel the hate and that type of negative energy. It wears you down and you can't truly be at your best when you're dealing with that day in and day out. Covington noted that it even got to the point where Lambert had to implement a no trash talk rule. Covington had to abide by this rule by issuing a public apology that was contrary to his character. After leaving ATT, the gym he was with for 9 years, Covington is now a full-time trainee at MMA Masters in Miami, Florida. Colby has without a doubt proved that he can entertain and also deliver in the octagon. However, the sudden change in his personality has left most fight fans with many unanswered questions. Will we ever see Colby break character, or is he committed to this for the rest of his career? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.